Hello, Grand Admiral Thrawn here, giving you another series in the ongoing Third Age Total War tournament, currently being hosted on Total War Center. This game is between, this is the final matchup of the first round of the tournament. It is between the players themzr and pandachef. I believe his name is pronounced themzr. It's themzr. He is here, themzr TK, commanding the army of Isenguard, and his opponent, Panda Rules, here he's called Spooky Something. He is commanding the High Elves. So themzr, oh, by the way, this is a replay, but this is the first time that I have personally seen the battle. They just sent me the replay to look over and commentate on. So themzr has deployed with Isenguard. He's gone with, he's deploying far back, actually, which is surprising. Normally with when you're playing against the elves, you sort of want to rush the elven positions and all, just like charge everyone out immediately, or else you get slaughtered by the archers. But Isenguard has good archers, so let's see. He's brought, I think that's 3 units of pikemen, 3 units of reavers, which they're decent, but they are also a little bit light for the for multiplayer battles, because they'll be going up against heavy infantry. He also brought 2 Orthanc guards, which will be very good anti-cavalry, which is good for the High Elves, because the High Elves have good cav. Let's see here. Some archers, only 1 crossbowman it looks like, which is not a good thing. Crossbowmen are really, really good, and archers are not, but still. Then 3 units of Dunlendings. Dunlendings are really good. And that's 1, 2, 3 units of Uruk-hai infantry, also really good, and 2 units of berserkers. So yeah, all around a very good army, though a little bit light on the archers and no cavalry, which against the High Elves is kind of a problem, but we'll see how things turn out. Yeah, like on the whole though, yeah, I would say this is a very decent army, but yeah, sort of countered by the High Elves. Yes, waiting for him to do this, I'll fast forward a little bit so we can skip ahead to when the battle starts. Then I can go and commentate on the High Elves setup. So, yeah, and also, like, I guess it's made sense that he didn't bring any cavalry, because Isenguard's wargs aren't very good. Alright, so here, the High Elves are up. We can take a look at their army. So back down to normal speed. The High Elves, it looks like they actually didn't bring much cavalry either. They brought, a little bit of cav, like Eldarinway Lancers, which are really, really good, heavy cav, and some other Eldarinway Lancers over there, so 2 units of them, which should be plenty if they're just going to be hammer and anvil striking. He just has to avoid the Orthanc guards, which are really good spearmen and good anti-cavalry. Then a lot of archers, some Boquendi, Narthina warriors, Eldarinway archers, Boquendi. So plenty of archers. In fact, yeah, 5 archers. That's more than he's going to need, I think. Then a lot of infantry as well. A lot of sword infantry, light infantry, which is good. I mean, he's going to be going. This is going to be an infantry fight primarily against the Uruk-hai. All it's very good, capable of beating the Uruk-hai. They just have to avoid the pikemen, like getting stuck on the pikes. He also brought some Linden long spears, which I would say is surprising. They're very good for being anti-cavalry, but apart from that, they aren't that good infantry, but we'll see how they do. I haven't really played as or against them very much. So this here is, I'd say, probably going to be decisive here, just because his archers are already firing on the Uruk-hai, and the Uruk-hai really have no option to hit them back. And plus it looks like his cavalry is coming in here for a flanking maneuver, so yeah, his cavalry they could have taken out the archers, but he instead moved toward his infantry, which is itself a problem, because now the infantry is in range of the archers. So if he can redirect, and look, he's going for the charge here, and oh, he pulled back. I'm surprised, actually. He could have gotten a really good charge in there. And he's actually taking a couple casualties from the crossbows. So that was well done of him. He probably could have just gone in for the charge and done some damage. But the problem, oh, and look, now he's stopped. So yeah, so right now the Isenguard their army is stopped in range of the Elven archers. This is going to be really problematic for them. Like, I mean, they would generally want to get really close, because by now, I mean, they've already lost 5% of their army and they haven't done any damage yet. All right, so he sees this. He's moving forward. So he's moving forward to try and engage, get close to the archers. But yeah, look at these guys are just getting slaughtered here. Like they lost like half their men. But he's getting close now, and he's already engaged over here. And oh, he actually managed to engage the bowmen. This is really good for him. Yeah, so these bowmen are going to get wiped out pretty easily, assuming, of course, the cav doesn't come in and hammer an anvil strike. But he's pulling his cav back to the sides here. It seems like the high elf player is playing very cautiously. He didn't pull his cav back very fast, which was a bit of an issue. Like, though he did manage to, he managed to intercept a lot of the infantry. But yeah, so the elven player is playing pretty conservatively here. He knows that if he waits and he gets all the Uruk-hai armies stuck against him, he can probably then hammer and anvil strike the rear. So yeah, he's going to hold back, not stay out of the fight, wait until the Uruk-hai get engaged. And the battle is really being joined here. The Isenguard player has not tried to circle around the flanks here, but that's probably why, seeing as the cavalry could probably finish that off pretty quickly. And yeah, these Boquende, they're already running away now. They just got wiped out. I mean, yeah, light elven bowmen just get wiped out by anything that's really at all heavy infantry. And sword Quendi, they're okay. I mean, they're technically militia units, but they're pretty darn good. So they're putting up a good fight here. Yeah, and then the cavalry is still staying back, actually, which, I mean, I guess the pikemen are holding back near the rear lines here, so they probably don't want to worry about tangling with them. He is leaving behind a lot of reserve troops, though. Which, yeah, okay, so the cav is moving now, so he's probably going to try and go for the archers here, circle around the edge. These archers are kind of undefended, as are these guys. I mean, if he can just get in a really quick charge here without actually engaging them, he's trying to intercept, but I don't... Is he going to catch him? I think he might actually catch him. Yeah, so he sees that these guards of Orthanc are going to catch him if he tries to hit the archers, so he's sort of trying to circle around here, and he's not really engaging. And he's doing the same thing here. He's not actually engaging. He's just basically forcing the Isenguard player to pull his troops back, which is actually a smart thing because, I mean, he can win on this main battle line here, and so he's basically forcing the Isenguard player to draw his troops away from the actual fight, which is really helping him out here. I'm not sure what he's doing here. He's trying... Oh, this is interesting. He's trying to get back and hit the archers now that he's pulled the guys away, which is really smart. Like you see, he's pulled away the guards of Orthanc here. He probably should micro his cavalry to get back there, but yeah, he sees that. He's moving his cav. And now he's open. He's managed to get through. He basically peeled back the rear guard units, and he's now able to charge in for a real rear charge here, which should be pretty devastating here. Yeah, he just crushes right into these guys, and they're routing, yeah. Yeah, this here is indecisive. One of them is routing, I believe. The other one is, these guys here got wiped out and routed. The other one is wavering. If he can go in for another rear charge, that might break them. So yeah, so basically, yeah, this here was decisive. He peeled back the infantry here, went in for the rear charge, and just boom. That was probably the deciding factor in the battle right there. He has managed to trap these Eldar and Way spearmen here, which is pretty impressive. And between two pikemen, actually, that's very impressive. So yeah, I'll give the Isenguard player that. He is able to micro his infantry pretty darn well. But, unfortunately, he's pretty spread out, and the Eldar cav back here, I mean, they're taking casualties, but his main line is basically just suffering really heavy casualties. And now, oh, this is bad. The Mithlin nobles, they're now free to go and move elsewhere. Like, they defeated the troops opposed to them, so yeah. He is managing to get in, bring in his Orthanc guards, so that these should be able to finish off the cavalry, which should help. So this is I gotta say, this is a really annoying Medieval 2 bug that happens, where like these guards of Orthanc will attack the infantry and then just get stuck on them, and it's just really, but like the majority will stay back here in the rear and just not actually be able to do anything. It's really annoying. But anyways. These guys here are getting crushed between the pikemen, which is most impressive, as I said before. But, oh, this is bad. Yeah, the Eldarin Way Lancers. Yeah, they got in a really good rear charge. They're just wiping them out. And, yeah, the Uruk-hai, they've lost, just over half their army. I mean, they are doing a very good job, considering, like, that they're basically completely countered. I mean, like, the Elven army is designed to kill them. But at the same time, they are completely countered. I mean, like they really don't have much of a chance at this point that I see. They could maybe pull it off with the heavy infantry, but I think that this is going to be a problem. I mean, these Elven archers are doing a ton of damage. Surprisingly, actually, the Elves have actually neglected to focus on the archers here, so the Uruk-hai crossbowmen are still in the action. But yeah. And yeah, the cavalry is all dead, but the Mifflin nobles are now engaged with the Guards of Orthanc, which is actually bad for Isengard, because it means that their anti-cavalry unit is now stuck on some infantry. Well, and so that means that now the Eldarin Lancers can feel free to actually slaughter all the archers. So yeah, these guys are now just gonna probably just wipe through the archers. He still has, Isengard still has a lot of troops on the board here, or on the field, but they're out of position right now, and their center is almost broken. I mean, like, these guys are still fighting okay, but if the High Elf player managed to circle around here and attack them, then they're just gonna break, and basically, they've lost about 2/3 of their army by now. The enemy has they also only lost half. So again, they're doing well considering, but it's still a problem. Though that's good. They managed to wipe out a lot of them, and yet their general's dead. So yeah, all in all, this is looking very, very problematic for the Isengard player. I mean, he's managed to actually do a very good job of wiping out the Elven cavalry, which is surprising, actually. Those guys were really like the biggest threat here, but they've already wiped out enough of his troops here with the rear charges that I don't see him being able to recover that well, because even if he does manage to wipe out the heavy infantry from the Elves, their archers actually act as really good heavy infantry as well, so yeah, I mean, the Elven faction is relatively OP, and oh yeah, look at this. They're now being able to wipe out these Uruk-hai pikemen from the rear, like they're just firing on their backs, and in Total War games, the backs of the units are really lightly armored, so basically this here is going to just wipe them out. And the Eldarin Spearmen are actually holding. There's like 13 of them left, but they are holding. And elsewhere, the center is routed, the Guards of Orthanc are running, and the Mifflin nobles, this whole area here is just completely broken through, and so now they're able to move in. I wonder where the Elven General is. Is that him there? Yeah, that's him. So the Elven General actually wasn't with the cavalry, which is surprising, but I mean, it makes sense, especially because the cavalry was doing some high-risk maneuvers there. And so yeah, I would say this is probably the Elves fight right now. I mean, Isengard has lost 3/4 of their army, and most of what's left is mainly archers and whatnot. So I mean, yeah, and plus a lot of them are dead. So, or not dead, but routing. Like routing units technically do not appear when you look at the percentage of people killed. Like they show up as being alive. So yeah, I mean, again, so basically he's just managing to take his breakthrough in the center and just capitalize on that and move across to just wipe out and finish off all these other pockets of orcs. Yeah, these guys are wavering. They're probably going to break really soon. The Smiths of Eregion are actually really sweet looking. I'm not sure who made them. I think it was... I'm not sure who made them. It might have been King Kong, but they look really awesome. But, yeah, and definitely check out some Third Age submods if you haven't already. They have some really, really awesome stuff and a lot of cool new units, like, and plus a lot of other stuff as well. I'm working on this one called, and so he admitted defeat. I'm working on a submod called Wrath of Angmar, in which it basically reforges the realm of Angmar for the Witch King and adds a bunch of new units. But regardless, they both played a great game. In the end, Panda Rules, or as he's known here as Soki Gunnar, he won the game. But yeah, good game to them both. I'll be back very soon with Game 2.